want to welcome a special new guest to WHHI and our daily news. Gene Felix, the Beaufort County Board of Voter Registration's Training and Outreach Coordinator. A very important job.
Yes.
And it begins, we're going to get the training here in a minute, but let's first of all talk about getting people eligible to vote, because that's probably first on our list.
Yes.
Who's eligible and how should people make sure they are registered to vote?
So you're eligible to vote if you're over the age of 18, if you're a U.S. citizen, if you're a citizen of Beaufort County, and
how do you prove that?
You'll usually have, driver's license, because they do all of the background information and whatnot. So if you are eligible to vote, then you are able to come into our office to register to vote. Lots of people will do it through the DMV, or Voc Rehab does it,
Right.
Department of Social Services. So there's lots of different avenues that people can use.
Can folks directly register online?
Absolutely.
With you guys?
Yes, they can register at scvotes.gov,
Okay.
and that application will come directly to us, and we'll get them registered.
People might need to just tweak it a little bit. Update an address, they've moved within the county, they still think they're eligible. I would guess they still are in some sense, but it probably is nice to have an updated address and everything straight.
Yes, that's the most important thing prior to Election Day, is making sure your address is up to date. So you can call us if you're not sure, or you can go to scvotes.gov, click register, and when you put your information in, it will just update your record with us rather than start a brand new registration.
What's the deadline to register to vote?
30 days prior to the election.
All right, so we've got a while.
Yep.
Do we have anything coming up? Well, in 23, Bluffton has a town election.
Yes.
Port Royal does as well, right?
Yep. Town of Bluffton, Town of Port Royal, Town of Yemassee, and then we also have a county-wide school bond referendum.
Very, very important to do that. So everybody has a chance to vote coming up in November.
Yes.
Another area you're involved in quite a bit, and I bet you're working on it, is poll workers. We are always seemingly needing more.
Yes.
How are we doing on poll workers for the 2024 election season?
We are always looking for poll workers. So if anybody is interested in being a poll worker, if they'll just go to beaufortsc.easypollworker.com, they can apply, and that comes directly to our office, and we'll get them signed up for training. And our trainings for next year start in March. So March, April, May, July, August.
So you got some time to think about whether you want to get involved.
Please,
what is the commitment for a poll worker? What do they have to be able to commit to?
They have to be able to commit to work on Election Day to set up is about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then till close. The polls close at 7. So then there's breakdown and everything like that. And obviously it depends on the election, depending on how many people are in line. But we also have availability at our early voting centers, which are not as long of hours. And we've got 4 centers for that. We've got the Hilton Head Island Government Complex, the Bluffton Recreation Center, our main office on John Galt Road in Beaufort, and then the St. Helena Library. So there's lots of opportunities for people to work it in their schedule.
You just did a training session for folks.
I did.
What's the one thing people have questions about, or the one thing you try to stress in training?
I try to stress in training how to help people if there's a question of their eligibility, if they haven't updated their address, how does that person still have the ability to vote? And that's what I really focus on a lot. And so to the public, I'm always like, make sure your address is up to date. That makes your life so much easier.
All right, and we've got plenty of time to do that.
Yes.
Let's just get it done. Thanks so much for your time. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. It's been great to talk to Gene Felix of the Beaufort County Training and Outreach Coordinator for the Board of Voter Registration. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap for this edition of the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. I want to thank all of you for watching. And remember, we're on every 90 minutes. So if you've missed any part of the newscast, we'll be back. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Bye-bye.